Welcome to this update on the Notre Dame neighborhood, brought to you by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. I'm Bob Nagel. Well, a lot of excitement on campus about Notre Dame football recruiting. It seems to be going abnormally well. And I say abnormally because usually guys are sitting waiting on commitments for a later date. And this is for the class not coming in this coming fall, but next year. And some of those will be early enrollees, but the Irish are getting some commitments from the people they need most, especially in that defensive line. They've got the commitment from another big fella, 6'3", 285-pound Elijah Taylor. He's out of Cincinnati Moeller High School, which had always been a great contributor to Notre Dame over the years. It looks like we're back in there at Cincinnati Moeller, and I tell you what, you get a guy like Elijah Taylor away from a team like Ohio State and Urban Meyer. That's a big get for the Fighting Irish football program. They've also got more help in the defensive secondary, as defensive back Shaun Crawford is coming to Notre Dame. He's from Lakewood, Ohio. And pretty good quickness and good ability for this young man in the secondary. He joins Nick Coleman, who committed recently for Notre Dame. So Brian Kelly and his staff doing a great job of recruiting, especially on the defensive side. And maybe it's the new coordinator, maybe it's the link he has to the NFL. I'm not sure exactly what causes young men to make their decisions, but we're happy about those guys joining Notre Dame. And Brian Kelly had an interesting outlook about Notre Dame football. He said they're looking for some walk-ons. That's right, he can give preferred walk-on status to certain individuals, but that doesn't involve any scholarship money. But he's hoping to add as many as 20 players to the roster. You got 85 scholarship players, and then if you had 20 more for things like practice and scrimmages, that would really help the program. So there are people out there that want to come to Notre Dame and are willing to pay the tuition but also participate in football. And you think about all the great walk-ons we've had over the years and how they've contributed. So it's another part of Notre Dame football that Brian Kelly is trying to develop at Notre Dame. Congratulations to Notre Dame's track and field team. They wrapped up the regular season and the postseason in the NCAAs. We had 4 athletes make All-American honors, and that is a terrific, terrific finish, as they are the last team to participate in any events at the end of the school year. And how about a big hand for Joe Piani, the Notre Dame track and field coach now for about 37 years. And Joe's going to retire. He's going to hang up his hat and leave the whistle to somebody else, but he had a great run at Notre Dame, and a lot of exciting things have happened with the program and still continue to happen, and we thank Joe Piani for his great leadership at Notre Dame. Another incoming freshman for Notre Dame, Carrie Belleville, who went to nearby Penn High School, is going to enroll at Notre Dame in the fall, and she has been invited to play in the Symetra Tour event, the Four Winds Invitational out of Blackthorn Country Club here in South Bend, Indiana. And Carrie is an exceptional golfer. She won the state amateur title just a week ago, and she's going to get a chance to get into the. She was invited to play in this professional tournament. Of course, she couldn't accept any money should she win, but she's going to play in a course she's familiar with. And Carrie Belleville is an exceptional young lady. Excited about having her in the Notre Dame program. Folks, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union invites you to go online and discover all the apps that can help you do a lot of your banking without having to stop in or go online. You can use these portable apps, and they're all available. If you want to contact Notre Dame Federal Credit Union or go online, find out how you can get these apps up and running for you. It could save you a lot of time. And boy, when you think about the future of banking, it's almost all going to be electronic, and you won't have to stop in too much. You can transfer funds, you can apply for loans, you can do everything with these online apps. So that's the future of banking, and Notre Dame Federal Credit Union on top of all the changes, embracing those changes to make things easier for you. Notre Dame men's basketball coach Mike Bray has suggested that maybe the ACC conference ought to play 20 conference games a year instead of 18, and he wants to add a little bit more competition and get a chance for all the teams to play just about everybody every year. And of course Notre Dame has to play a couple teams twice, so if you added a couple of more games, it certainly would make it easier for scheduling for all the coaches. And probably be a couple of games that would have to be played before the first of the year, but might make for some good matchups and a chance for the teams to get some games in while they're on Christmas break. And that wouldn't be bad either, because a lot of teams have to go looking for games to play during that break time, and involves a lot of travel. So if you're playing more conference games, well, it could help with every aspect. You know what could help around here is to get these construction projects finished. Folks, again, if you're on the campus in the neighborhood, be careful. A lot of construction going on as Notre Dame expands its facilities. They're getting a lot of infrastructure in place for new buildings that are going to be added. There's a great future on the campus for expansion and growth. So just be patient around those barrels and cones and yellow tape, and you'll find your way around the campus. If you're here this summer, maybe for a camp or a reunion, you can take advantage of all the things that are going on Notre Dame campus. It's live during the summer, and it's a great time to visit. And that's going to do it for this update on the Notre Dame neighborhood, brought to you by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. I'm Bob Nagel. Thanks for being with us. Until next time, be well.